Yo, hello, and good morning, everybody, depending on when you're watching this. Also, good night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to an episode of the better show, the A show, the best show franchise has to offer. Takedown Tuesday. We got the red on because it's time to take it down. Like when y'all get with that lady that you've been pressing on for the last 2 weeks, it's time to take it down on a Tuesday. Live today at 7:45. We black people time, so it's 8:11. I'm joined here by my three bros, Jordan, Reese, and Brandon. I'll give them a second to say hello in just 1.5. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are late, so I feel like we owe you guys something. I feel like they owe you guys something. So, we're going to bring y'all some entertainment as we do every single Tuesday, every single Thursday. And we're going to kick it off with a little Guess the Wrestler. Boys, are you guys ready?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Never
sir.
been better. Brandon, how y'all doing? How you enjoying doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Hey, broken voice, but I'm here. Okay.
Yeah. I'm a little stuffy today. My nose has been clogged, but you know what? I'm here and I'm ready for it.
Dang, can we get in good health, y'all? Where's the franchise healthcare at?
My voice is upgrading. Hey, my voice is upgrading. This is just a part of the process.
Trust the process.
We are going to kick off this first game right here, right now. 1 minute on the clock. Guess the wrestlers. You guys have 1 minute to guess the wrestlers. You guys will all ask a question. We will start with Jordan. We'll pass to Reese, and we will pass to Brandon. You guys either ask me a question or you give me an answer. Are you boys ready?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I will start once you ask me your first question.
Is it male?
Yes, they are male.
Is it Jeff Hardy?
No.
Do they wear tights?
No.
Have they won a title this year?
Yes.
Is it CM Punk?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'll give you extra seconds for that.
Have they won a title this decade?
Yes.
Is the title they won a world title?
Yes.
Are they in WWE right now?
No.
Ooh. They win the world title in WWE?
Yes.
Are they retired?
Yes.
No way.
Kevin Owens? No. Oh, fuck.
No.
John Cena?
No.
What?
The answer is John Cena. I just wanted to mess with you a little.
Oh my God,
Maurice, I've got to be all-time worst.
No.
I was like Jordan, Kevin Owens.
It's so,
Kevin Owens is disgraceful.
That's two things. One,
Stop, please.
I was gonna say John Cena from the jump. I was like, "There's no way."
I have the worst under pressure with a minute. Like I'm probably the worst.
You know what? I don't know why I threw out Jeff Hardy because I was wearing the Cena. I was like, should I just like throw something?
Bro,
out
that's not as bad as Kevin. That's not as bad as Kevin. Like,
where
bro,
I asked if they were retired, and you said Kevin Owens. That was the next thing you said.
I'm humbled, bro.
Kevin Owens.
Jesus Christ.
Someone started saying something about the time, so I'm like, Kevin Owens.
I have 2 more rounds for you boys. I have 2 more rounds for you.
All right, let's keep it going. Let's do
lock
it.
Lock in.
Keep it going. I also want this to be known. This is the longest it has taken. Ladies and gentlemen, I want this to be known to every viewer at home. This is the longest it has taken to name the wrestler. 10 seconds remaining for arguably the greatest wrestler of all time. The most
we didn't ask good questions, bro. Like it's not like we asked we didn't even ask okay.
1 minute on the clock, guess the wrestler. You guys have 1 minute to guess the wrestler that I am thinking of. You can ask yes or no questions or answer. Here we go. Jordan, I'm starting with you.
Oh.
Do they wrestle this decade?
Yes.
Okay, have they won a world title this decade?
No.
Are they in WWE?
No.
So they're in AEW?
No.
Are they retired?
No.
Okay. Have they been in WWE in the past decade?
Yeah.
Did they win their world title in WWE?
No. Yes.
Okay.
They did win the world title in WWE.
They're former.
But did they win the world title in this decade in WWE?
Yes. No. Okay.
Giving you extra time.
Oh, we didn't know.
Christian.
No.
Oh.
Are they female?
No.
Nick Nemeth.
No.
Good answer.
That's a good answer.
They're currently, I feel like we asked this. They're currently active. Is that correct?
Yes. And
Okay.
you did ask it.
Okay. We're cooked.
All right, we got 3 final answers. Yeah.
Are they in
Brandon,
TNA?
I will allow one question from each of you.
Are
Go ahead,
Are they in TNA?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Goodness gracious.
Oh,
Brandon, I will allow another question from you.
Are
they like?
were they a part?
Did they win a mid card title in TNA?
Yeah. I don't think that was a good question.
Were they a part of the NXT TNA collab takeover?
Yes.
That's a good.
I will give all of you one guess. I will not say yes
That's a
or
good
no.
one. That's a
Any
good.
of you.
I need you to think about that, guys. That was a good one.
That's a
That
very
was
good one. That's a very
question to
good one.
ask. TNA WWE takeover. NXT takeover.
Come on, boys.
Is it
TikTok
Moose?
don't go too long.
Is it Moose?
No, it can't be
Yes,
Moose.
has been Moose.
It can't be Moose because he won the champ. Yeah, it's a WWE champion.
is it Jeff Hardy?
One guess for Jeff Hardy.
Oh, he's not gonna tell us. That's so lame.
No, we want all three of you.
Dang, there wasn't too many. He said Nick Nemeth.
That's actually
Dang,
kind of
man.
I don't know. I have no idea.
4, 3.
I have no answer. Yeah, I got to shoot a blank here, y'all.
The answer isn't Jeff Hardy, but it's
It's
Matt.
Matt Hardy. I knew it.
Ah!
I knew it. I knew it.
That's crazy.
I knew it. I knew it. I freaking knew it. Oh my god, I knew it.
Good.
I knew it. That was
And
actually.
I told you, I thought Reese cooked with that collab. I thought
He really did. I said the wrong Hardy.
Yeah,
I'm so mad.
bro, I
said
was
the wrong
really like,
one.
let me make sure.
Oh my
That's
god.
on me. That's on me because I should have just listened to the other brother. But I really like the fact that I asked that
I
question.
said the wrong one. That was a
We got
great
time
question.
for one more question.
Let's do
1
it.
minute. I will not allow this to go over 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay. I think a minute. I think a minute. I think a minute's
I have
terrible.
my
I'm not gonna
reason in
lie.
mind. Go.
Is it a man?
Yes.
Were they active in this decade?
Yes.
Are they currently active?
No.
Are they retired?
Yes.
Did they retire in 25?
No.
Had they had a match this year?
No.
Did they have a match last year?
No.
Did they have a match in 24?
No.
What are you talking about? Okay.
Had they won a world title in WWE?
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah.
Oh my god! The snipe.
Go.
The snipe.
Yes, sir.
That was a snipe.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes,
Ladies and
sir.
That was
is how
amazing.
we kick off Takedown Tuesday.
That's what I'm talking about, Jordan.
That is what I'm talking about.
Snipe. All right, boys. All right,
You still
boys.
didn't redeem yourself for Kevin Owens. I just want to let that be known.
Yes, sir. Hey, that redeemed the Kevin Owens.
You still haven't
That
redeemed
redeemed the
yourself.
Kevin Owens. That was a
No,
bad
that
one. Yeah.
definitely did him. Yeah, good W.
Let's
go.
He
Go.
was building. He was building Kevin Owens versus. I really thought I had y'all with that active this
Did
year.
he seem like he was thinking in the future? He was thinking in the future. Kevin Owens versus Stone
Hey, you
Cold.
know
He was
what?
thinking in the
Yeah.
future.
True. He saw the future on that one.
I did.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you see, make sure you like. Don't be like these guys. Share the video around, ladies and gentlemen. Send it to your grandma. Send it to your mama. Send it to your daddy. Send it to your goldfish. Without further ado, boys, let's get straight into today's first topic. Now, Jordan, I know you're the expert when it comes out of these three, when it comes to AEW. So I'm going to turn.
I say so myself.
I don't want to turn to you first. I want to ask you two. Who's a wrestler that you guys would hope to see in WWE from AEW that you guys don't really get to see too much of? Maybe you've heard of them. Maybe you've seen clips. Maybe you've seen this. What would y'all like to see from AEW over in the WWE? Let's start with our newest guest, Brandon.
I appreciate that. Listen, obviously, I'm a bit of a WWE guy.
Yes, sir.
Don't know too much about AEW. So I actually have two answers for you. Because I think this first answer is probably going to be a cop-out on a technicality. I would like to see this current version, or whatever current version is airing, of Jon Moxley back in the WWE.
Okay.
I think we haven't really gotten... Obviously, SummerSlam has just happened. We got the Shield resolution, the story. We haven't really gotten it because he's in AEW. Obviously, we didn't really get much of his side of the resolution, so I would really much like to see that. However, a person who hasn't been in WWE that's currently on AEW, purely from a match perspective and the dream matches we could have, I would like to see Kenny Omega in the WWE product.
Not a name. I was expecting a certain name there. I didn't hear that name from you. Okay, Kenny Omega and Jon Moxley. Reese, who's a wrestler that you would be very, very excited to see jump ship and, tangle it up with the WWE folk?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just spoil like the normal answer that everybody usually is going to have.
Yes,
absolutely, Maxwell Jacob Freeman. Like, absolutely. I'm sorry. Like, it's just going to have to be him. I would have loved to see him last year go toe-to-toe with a John Cena. That dream of mine is over. However, I would love to see an MJF versus Roman Reigns feud. I'd love to see another rehash of MJF versus CM Punk. And I would love to see an MJF versus Cody Rhodes. This version of Cody Rhodes. I'd love to see MJF versus Kevin Owens. I just so much. Like this, the list goes on and on and on. My goodness. Imagine when an Oba or a Bron get established and they go against an MJF. Like in 3 years, oh my gosh, my goodness! I can't start fathoming of all the things I want to see MJF do. Pause.
Yeah, because that was
gonna be.
I want to see him do a lot of things too. Far away from me, Mr.
Absolutely. However, there are some other wrestlers I do want to see and just how they perform. I love to see Brennan touched on it. Kenny Omega. I would love to see a Kenny Omega inside of the WWE. I also would love to see, I know this sounds controversial coming from me, coming from Wa, and I understand why, but I'd love to see it just to see how it happens. I would have loved all three of these guys to wrestle John last year. I know the dream is over. Will Ospreay. I'd love to see Will Ospreay. I think it would add to the product. I think Ospreay would add for sure. It would be weird having Ospreay on a product that they don't like you to wrestle on, but like I think it would be cool to see what he can do and to see the versatility of these guys. I know it's like naming all the top three guys.
Yeah. I mean, it's what you're supposed to do with these things, though. But Mr. Reese, honestly, I don't think I was quite shocked about you saying Ospreay because, I mean, if anybody hates Triple H just as much as you, it's probably Will Ospreay. So,
even better. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
We turn now to Sami Zayn. I mean, Jordan, the AEW guy. What is the best fit? First off, before I even ask you that best fit, what do you think about their picks? Just is it solid? Is it good? What do you think about their picks? Then we're gonna get into your best picks.
Okay, so their picks, I can give them credit for one thing, and that is they are picks. That is a thing. Like they are picks for sure. Like I cannot take that away from them. They are choices. like But from a realistic standpoint, Steph, Harley Cameron, she's pretty good, very good at like reinventing herself and doing things like singing and entertaining and things like that. She's not bad in the ring, but like she doesn't really fit the top echelon of AEW's women's scene in the ring. I think she would have I'm not saying I would want her to make the jump, but you know, the prompt is best AEW WWE fit. I think she would have a great career over there. I'm going to throw out another woman and say Britt Baker. Britt Baker's been one of the best on the mic in the industry since she started in AEW, yet she couldn't really ever get it down in the ring on an AEW level. But she's already got the hardest thing to teach in WWE. She's already got it down. And then I think that I think the Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, would be amazing in AEW. No, in WWE, I mean, I think.
Sorry.
You have a question?
No, I thought you said Dr. Thugonomics. I got very excited.
Yeah, so I'll start with those two. As far as a male talent that I think would be good over there, Orange Cassidy.
Jordan, you can go ahead. We're going to move on with the topics. This man did not just tell me a comedy gimmick should move today. Jordan, I'm going to let you finish. I got to hear the rest.
Wait, what? You don't think he'd go over there and fit nicely next to Danhausen? You don't think so? I do. I think so. I think he'd fit nicely next to Dan. Okay, anyway, let's just get to the point. I'm not going to get to the end. Let's get to the point. Why your choices are wrong and why, like I said, they are just that, choices. MJF does not need a WWE. Kenny Omega does not need a WWE. The last thing we want to see from MJF is go over to the company and lose his chip on his shoulder, lose half of his bag in the ring, and just be, a run-of-the-mill mic talker, because they take a lot of that away. And then I want to point out, Brandon talked about how this version of Jon Moxley, we'd love to have it back in WWE. This version of Jon Moxley can't be in WWE, Brandon. This version of Jon Moxley does things that WWE would not do just for Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley's watching that Jacob Fatu Drew McIntyre street fight or whatever it was at WrestleMania 42, and you think he's like, yeah, they're luring me back. Definitely not even close. So I'm just gonna be honest, like Moxley, no. Kenny Omega, no. Ospreay, like Steph said, hates Triple H, and if we're just being honest,
what do you think about this comment here? What do you think about this comment here from one of the commenters? He was referring to the Orange Cassidy.
Orange Cassidy is definitely a wrestler in the world right now. That is correct.
He is definitely a wrestler in the world. One of the best is. In fact, I want to point out one tiny thing to Mr. Commenter. You can go look up an interview specifically where Orange Cassidy himself says, when they ask him, you think you're one of the best wrestlers in the world? And he laughs at it. He says, God, no, not even close. And then he names all the people that are better than him. But anyway, my point is that
very long list.
No, that's it. It's not. That's not the list.
Well,
I'm
want to
finished with my list.
To a degree,
I'm finished with my list. I'm just critiquing theirs, and I'm simply saying that's it.
Well, I know you're critiquing ours, and I know ours might not fit, right? Because I know that's the question to you being posed. My question that I received was, who do I want to see? And I would love to see an
MJF.
That
is true.
That's
I
what
would
I heard.
I would love
to see an MJF in WWE. Then you need to start watching MJF in AEW.
No, I 1,000% agree.
That's just all I'm saying. Like, if you love to see this, you need to start watching them.
I agree with that take 100%.
There we go then.
I also think that it would be cool to see MJF go against the WWE guys who I've grown up with.
I do agree.
But
Jordan, Reese, before you continue, Jordan, you had a lot of negatives to say about their list. You said it was unrealistic, blah, 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 whatever blase you said. But there's now 2 comments that have a lot of bad to say about your list. Bad take, Jordan. We got too much Danhausen as is. Don't need any more of his type. LOL.
Well, you're going to get more of his type coming
forward. Are you trying to plague WWE? Are you a secret agent for AEW? Are you giving us these bad takes on purpose? So let me tell you.
No, I just think.
And I wonder, Bronson, you seem to be an AEW fan. Who would you want to see jump shit? Who would you want to see jump shit into WWE? Who do you think fits the best in WWE? Also, who do you just want to see in WWE? Me personally, I want to respond to something you said, Jordan, as well, because you said something. I'm shocked Reese didn't say this word today, but I'll say it for him. Completely asinine a little bit ago when you said MJF doesn't need a WWE. Oh, wow. A statement like that is kind of crazy to me. Do I think?
No, that was what you said. No, it's not. His career will factually get worse on a wrestling level if he goes.
Let me explain just a little bit. AJ Styles didn't need WWE, but when he came to WWE, you saw a difference in AJ Styles' stock. His everything went up about AJ Styles. I'm not saying MJF needs it.
What's stock? The fact that he lost every match from 2020 Survivor Series 2022 to Royal Rumble 2026.
As a wrestler, people held him into a much higher regard. Not only did he kick it outside of WWE,
I'll say this. I heard a lot of AJ. I heard a lot of AJ Styles praise when he had his feud with John Cena because of the micro that he was doing.
Yes,
like that's
I'm not saying that's not true, bro.
Let me also speak to MJF real quick.
To your point, my bad. Go ahead, Steph.
Yeah, a lot of MJS's praise, Bronson. While you're typing up, hopefully you're typing it up. Hopefully you didn't just curve me and leave me on red like my ex-girlfriend. But MJF, a lot of his praise, like his most notable feud to most people, are with the ex-WWE guys, in my opinion. CM Punk is a lot of the praise you see MJF. All right, Jordan, I'm going to ask you, who does he get the most praise for from all his feuds? What feud?
I'm not saying CM. I'm not saying. Okay, you said one, but you said feuds. That's not true. It's like
Adam Cole, who revamped himself in WWE,
had a terrible payoff, so it doesn't have a good outlook by AEW fans.
It's one that people will look back from an outsider's perspective. Obviously, you're in there, so you have a different perspective. But CM Punk is probably his most talked about. Adam Cole was probably his second most talked about. When he had the stuff going with Joe, I heard a lot of talk about that. And his match with Daniel Bryan, I'm hearing is his best work there. So those are four guys. WWE guys, but I'm saying WWE, you go to WWE and it does raise your stock a bit. Because I do think WWE raised the stock of Daniel Bryan like tenfold. Daniel Bryan was something before WWE. He goes into WWE and he's massive. So I
get what you're saying.
I don't think MJF is on the level of these guys before they went to the E. MJF is not nowhere near the level of an AJ Styles before he went to the E. He's not on the level.
That's true, but at some point, you guys are going to have to understand, like, it's not trying to, like, come at your guys' opinion, but MJF will not get better in WWE.
I want to add this to Jordan's point that he had mentioned.
Because he can't have promos that he can in WWE and AEW. And you guys aren't going to say that they're going to change that for Max. Why would they do that?
The WWE format today, because I brought it up, right? I brought up the AJ Styles, John Cena stuff. The WWE today is completely different than it is in 2016, 17 when that AJ John feud was going on. And I'm gonna be honest, I do not think it's for the better. Back then, they were wrestling weekly shows. AJ was able to build a catalog in 2016. John Cena, as a part-timer in 2017 and 16, had more matches on TV than half of our top guys combined. Yeah. As a part-timer, he's doing Hollywood movies and still doing it. So it's what I'm saying.
Can do it part-time better than most can do it full-time.
But what I'm saying is that AJ got put in a WWE where they still had that hard work hustle mentality of I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna wrestle weekly, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and go put on a match. What you do is you take away, and this is where the fit comes in. I just said the guys who I want to see in WWE, but I agree with Jordan on the fits, like what fits WWE. Because let's be honest, a Kenny Omega, he wants to wrestle. A Will Ospreay, that young in his prime, he wants to wrestle. MJF, that young in his prime, he wants to wrestle. The reason why last year, in 24 and 23, when CM Punk came back and John Cena returned for his retirement tour, they thought it was the easiest job ever it was the easiest thing to them because they don't come from that mentality. They don't come from a place where you get to take 200 days off of work. They don't come from that era. They don't come from that time. They come from a time where you have to work hard and hustle and show up. And that's how you get your checks. You have to perform day in and day out. That's how you get your checks. That WWE right now does not fit that motto. Not only do they I know I'm finna start shooting. Not only are they underpaying their wrestlers because they put them on contracts, but my goodness, these guys aren't even contracted to perform how they want to perform probably. That's why we probably experience so many injuries because these guys don't work as much as they used to. And it's not a thing where I'm knocking the talent because I'm sure there's lots of talent on WWE who wants to wrestle. I'm sure. It's just the fact that they don't get booked to because the WWE and company are more worried about booking this extravaganza on Mondays and Fridays where it's filled with drama and reality TV instead of actual professional wrestling so that mixes in and blends with the drama that we love that we call professional wrestling. So I 1,000% agree with Jordan on the terms of like the fits where MJF, while AJ Styles did come in and take over, and I think AJ Styles is debatably a top 25, 20 WWE performer of all time. And I think MJF, if he was given the same time, he would also be in those categories as well. MJF getting put in a different WWE. It's a different territory. It's a different space. The reason why AJ Styles got put in. Go for it. Go for it.
This is your segment.
No,
buddy.
I was just gonna say this. I was gonna say, here's the thing. Yeah, I was trying to let you go. The thing is this.
Sorry, I know.
You can get it. We can get an MJF in WWE. We can get one. But here's the reality y'all are gonna have to accept. He is getting scrutiny for some of the ways that he already cuts corners in the business being a top star. And he's still breaking his back and like caring now. He's hungry still. If he goes to WWE, he won't be hungry. You know what I mean? He's not going to be hungry. He's not like, it's going to be like, I'm not going to lie to you. You're going to have a Cody number 2. Even though he's going to be more of a heel, but I'm saying he's not going to push the envelope in the ring as much as he did in AEW. He's not going to give people reason to make enough of a reason for him to stand out as much as he did in AEW. He's not going to be the biggest star in a company anymore. You know what I mean? Like,
hey,
it's just it gives him.
Before we transition stuff, and I think you made a really good point, Jordan. As much as I love him, I think Roman Reigns is also a fallen victim, and it's current WWE of this. You know what? You're at the top of the card. We know your value. You can relax and you can rest, and they don't have to try as hard. I think that's something that CM Punk is just going out there because I think he's just one of the best ever, and he's having the bangers. But the Cody Rhodeses of the world, the Roman Reigns of the world, the Seth Rollins of the world, right now they are completely fine with coasting because they just don't need to do the hard work. And it sucks because as fans, we want them to deliver more. We want them to give their all. But right now, especially this past, like I think Roman Reigns and like you said, Cody Rhodes are pure examples of, hey, we did what we needed to do, and now we don't feel like there's anything else for us to give. Mm-hmm. Which I don't know how I feel about that.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying. Like that's. I'll land it with this. I'm gonna land it with this. Is that dude? Like it's like what we said with the hunger. MJF had a 46-minute TD Texas death match this year. I'm not even trying to praise a Texas death match, but it's like you know what I mean? It's like the hunger is still at his age, even at his status in the company, to do something like that. Like WWE people, like the WWE wrestlers, they don't feel like you said. Maybe Punk would be like, yeah, of course I got to give that my full money's worth, give them their full money's worth. But these other wrestlers like Cody, he'd be like, I don't need to do all that. It's like MJF still feels like, yeah, I've got to give him my best match at the best, show of the year. I know I'm getting paid, but they're going to remember it. Like, I like the fact that we have that in MJF still. I feel like if he goes to WWE, we'll lose it. We'll lose what he. So yeah, that's that. I'm honestly done.
To be lost, Jordan. Your plane is gone. It has been landed, and it is time to move on because you guys said one word that kept ringing, that kept dinging, it kept ringing, ding, ding. You guys brought up Roman Reigns, and in my opinion, That might just be the problem. So my next question to all of you at Franchise Network. My next question is to all of you. Is Roman Reigns overrated? Now, let me give y'all some backstory before I say this. Jordan, I see you changing pigments as we're talking. There was recently an interview, a podcast, something, I don't know. But Eric Bischoff, a legend in the wrestling landscape, was speaking on Roman Reigns and brought up how he is overrated. Roman Reigns is also seen, as Reese said, without saying it, as one of the reasonings for this take a break era. He's like a big headline when it comes to that. I'm very interested in you guys' thoughts. Is this Eric Bischoff's? Oh, this is Conrad Thompson. I'll read this out loud. I think Roman Reigns is probably the most overrated main eventer in WWE history. I know this isn't a wrestling term, it's a music term, but Roman Reigns is what music would call an industry plant. He's Goldberg if Goldberg worked more than 10 minutes. That is what Conrad Thompson had to say about GOAT Reigns. Boys, Jordan, you are hot. You are hot. Let's cool down. You know what, Jordan? Start us off, Jordan. Let's see what you got, Jordan. What you got for us, Jordan?
So, first of all, I think Conrad Thompson is the most irrelevant opinion I could possibly think of off the top of my head. Like, if you're considering he's like, I think he's the most overrated. He's Goldberg if he worked more than 10 minutes. Okay, but he consistently works 30, so like you really can't compare him to Goldberg. And he's consistently like
I think that was
cutting his carrying his own promos on the mic, like consistently against people, not just saying, you want to know who's next? You're next. Yeah, there's these two are not comparable, and no, he's not. I'm gonna be honest with you, this is actually kind of crazy to say considering how good Roman really is, but no, he's not overrated. If anything, with all the stuff I see all the time, he might be underrated because this is the only dude that has done what he's done that doesn't get unconditional credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'll be honest with you. You got Hogan, who everybody be like, oh yeah, we know he's terrible for all this and this and this, but we will. The people be like, but you gotta give him this and this and this. You gotta. Okay. So if you all hate Roman for this and this and this and this, why can't you gotta? Can I ask that?
You can ask that.
It's like why can't Roman be guaranteed fully cemented in the top 5? Because even though y'all can admit that you hate it, even though y'all can admit, you know what, I can't stand him. You can admit that. But you can be like, I gotta. Why? When are y'all going to start having those I gotta conversations? That is the point.
Ladies and gentlemen, somebody's cooking in that kitchen. I don't think it's Jordan. Reese, you are sitting there quiet. You're simmering, you're boiling. So I'm going to let you sit there quiet and boil a little bit more. Brandon, what do you have to say about GOAT Reigns?
He said a lot of things were said in that quote. A lot of the wrong opinions were said in that quote. I want to focus on industry plan. My brother in Christ, he's a Samoan. What do you want from him? Oh, that's one. 2, this would have been a great opinion of him in 2016 when he won his second championship, when he was still the big dog, when he still didn't turn heel, when he wasn't with Paul Heyman.
Oh.
After this tribal chief run, there is, in my opinion, no legitimate argument for him to be overrated. You can say what you want about the bloodline storyline, because I think that's what the issue is here. I think people are tired of the storyline of the bloodline. But if we're talking about Roman Reigns, we're talking about the tribal chief, we're talking about our current world heavyweight champion. He puts on great matches. He has great promos. He has great character work. No matter if he's a face or a heel now, he's risen above everything he had in the past. You can blame him for his big dog days. I more so blame the people who wanted to force us on him. He is as certified a Hall of Famer as you can probably get in the WWE, what more is there for him to do? Like we just talked about him taking breaks. What more is there else to do for him? Really, he could retire today and be a Hall of Famer the next year, in my opinion. So no, he's not overrated. If anything, I agree with Jordan. I've been seeing so much stuff now. He might be a little bit underrated because people are trying to find these arguments to be like, oh well, he's cool in ring, but there's something about the shut up. He's not overrated. If anything, he's underrated.
Taker, Randy.
Right, this show.
All right.
We talk about WrestleMania.
Bunch of twos.
All right, boys. Jordan, I know you still changing pigments over there. Brandon, I'm happy you got to get your input, but there's still one more person who we gotta hear from. Mr. Throw the Ones Up every single time he's on screen. He's been waiting to talk. It's me, of course. Sagna, ladies and gentlemen, Reese, what do you have to say? Is Roman Reigns overrated? Is the comments correct? What do you have to say about the opinions on Road Goat Reigns?
I want to start off by saying I think Roman Reigns will retire in the top 10 at the minimum in WWE of all time. At the bare minimum, top 10. Like bare minimum. Absolutely bare minimum, top 10. For me personally, top 8. At bare minimum. I want to say that Roman Reigns has already had, I think he had it by 2016, a Hall of Fame WWE career.
Give me your one. Give me your one. You don't even give me your one.
That's been done.
Give me your hand. Don't ever put up a one.
I want to also continue by saying that Roman Reigns this year has put on debatably the match of the year for WWE with CM Punk.
Yes.
Easily. One of the best matches I have seen this decade. I want to continue by saying I have Roman Reigns as the greatest wrote character in modern WWE history, at least 2015 plus. Easily.
Okay.
Easily.
That is
I have him as one of the greatest characters of all time in wrestling history. With that being said,
5 to 7. Who's the 5 ahead of him?
I don't think Roman Reigns is overrated, but I do think Roman Reigns gets put in conversations I don't know if I'd put him in.
Yes.
I think he is one of the greatest of all time. I do not think he has a strong enough debate to be the greatest of all time. I think Roman Reigns is one of the most talented superstars to ever step foot in a WWE Performance Center and look at a ring. Not step in, not wrestle, but to look at a ring.
Most who look at it get in.
Touche. I do not think Roman Reigns is in a GOAT conversation. I think he is one of the greatest of all time. I do not think there is a solid argument enough to call him the greatest of all time. With that being said, do I think Roman Reigns is overrated? No. Why? Because just as many people that call him the GOAT and put him in those conversations, there is just also that many who also discredit him and try to say that he's not one of the best superstars that they've ever seen. He objectively is one of the best superstars they have ever seen with their own eyes.
They try to say he's not even good.
That's what they say. And they act like he has never done anything good, and they hang on to those big dog era, even though there are wrestlers who were worse on the mic and worse in character than Roman Reigns in WWE history, who have also done some heinous things outside the company. I think you guys can start thinking about who I'm naming. And those guys get praised.
No.
Why? Because they were such good in-ring performers. Can I talk about how great of a performer the Big Dog was? how the
wasn't
big
made
dog
to
go out there and put on match of the night on Monday Night Raw. He'd go out there and put match of the night on a random PLE, and you guys would still chant he can't wrestle. He'd go out there and put on a banger match with a Daniel Bryan. You give him an AJ Styles to put on a banger match, and you will still go out there and chant he can't wrestle. I'm not saying that Roman Reigns is the GOAT, but I also don't think he's overrated. When I'm looking at this, what I hear exactly what I've been hearing his entire career, a balance of people who hate him and people who love him. For me, I think right now, as it currently stands, most WWE fans have Roman Reigns in the top 10 through 8 ever. I think that's a very good place to put him. I think that's one of, if not the best place to put him. But when I'm looking at those comments that happened on that 83-week podcast and calling him an industry plant, absolutely asinine. There is no way
There you go.
Actually think Roman Reigns is an industry plant. I can't fathom a world, a timeline, a universe, a pocket dimension where somebody in their right mind would call Roman Reigns an industry plant. Why? Because an industry plant gets planted and then they end up shriveling up and dying. Roman Reigns has yet to die. The man had leukemia, stared death right in his face, put the ones up, and said, "Acknowledge me." I refuse to sit here and say that this man is a industry plant. I think that's the most disrespectful thing to say to somebody of his caliber. Do I think Roman is the GOAT? No. Do I think Roman Reigns is the best to ever do it? No. Do I think Roman Reigns is one of the greatest of all time? Absolutely. And nobody who is in the conversation to be a top 10 WWE star of all time ever deserves to be called an industry plant. I completely disagree.
Jordan, before you respond, Jordan.
No, Steph, do you have something to say? Because I
do have something to say.
Go ahead first, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're gonna copy me? Okay, that's fine.
Because I do think I do think Roman Reigns is severely overrated. And I actually think that, and this is the reason why I wanted to go before you, Jordan, you're actually the person next to you and another Roman Reigns fan are actually the people who made me realize how overrated Roman Reigns is. I do think, as Reese said, there are some conversations that I don't think Roman should be in. There are some feats that we give Roman that I don't think we should give him. I think we forget that stuff accumulates over time and, things happen later in life. That's just how life works. I think sometimes we forget certain things like that when we do go ahead to give certain feats, certain awards, certain accomplishments. I also think, yes, I do think Roman Reigns, when it's all said and done, is going to be a top 10 WWE superstar of all time. I have him right now. I think I have him, if not knocking at my top 10, I think I have him in my 10. I'm not really a person who likes to do lists. I really have a top 5. That's really it. I don't really care about anything else. But for me, why it's hard for me to put him into the GOAT debate, Jordan, before you turn pink, I got you. Why it's hard for me to put him into the GOAT debate? I look at John Cena, 2006 to 2016. That's a prime. We were getting prime Cena during this time. We're still getting good Cena after. That's a 10-year stretch. I look at Rock, who is in my top 5. And Rock is probably the most knockoutable person because he doesn't have that longevity stretch. And I do think longevity stretch is a very big thing. But what Rock does have, I want to say Rock really blew up, 1996? Correct me on my years, Jordan. 1996, he leaves around
97.
1997.
6 years.
Yeah.
97?
His peak is 98.
His peak is definitely 98.
But 97 he starts.
6 years of relevancy. I'm saying 96 was when his relevancy started.
He starts getting relevant in 96.
2002. 6 years of peak relevancy. Well, of relevancy. 4 years of peak relevancy. Leaves, returns 2011. Booms it up again. Gives us another 2 years of relevancy. With what, 3 matches? No, 4, because he also has the Punk match. So it's like, boom, he comes back, gives us 2 more years. If you want to knock him for something, you want to count it as 1 year, boom. That's 5 years of peak relevancy. then
final
we can
boss.
go to the final boss. Like, he's still giving us stuff even when he's not here. That's why Rock really has that spot for me. Stone Cold, I don't have to speak on Stone Cold. I really hope I do not have to speak on why Stone Cold has a spot in my top anything. Undertaker, I know a lot of people don't like him. That man gave me a zombified gimmick for over 30 years. I got it. Longevity speaks volumes to me. You guys can all knock it. I'm not knocking you for knocking it. It is your opinion. But these people have that longevity factor. For me, I will say this right now. But the problem is, knowing Roman Reigns, I don't think he's going to be able to do it.
No, I don't.
Especially with him already becoming Mr. Breakman. Yeah, that's me. My issue with Roman Reigns is I just don't think he has enough time left to get to that longevity level that everyone else has already done. Because his best work, and I loved his Big Dog era. I was a fan. I stayed up to watch him versus Triple H, as bad as it was, at 2 a.m. But that was not his peak era. His peak era, his best was the Tribal Chief era. And he's given us some years of it being great. But within those years of it being great, he also was taking 57 breaks. He also was barely showing up. All this stuff was happening in between it. Is it long enough? 2012, I don't count. I don't think everything that Big Dog era was amazing. I definitely don't think that. I'm not counting that as peak Roman. I'm counting the return. And then even then, I'm still taking some knockoffs for all those damn breaks, brother. Now, he's been amazing 6 years. Sure, I will count those 6 years peak. But then those breaks is getting insane. He has a similar argument as The Rock, but I think The Rock has done it a lot better.
Wait. Why does this happen? Why do we knock Roman for breaks, but we just completely forget that Undertaker was a part-timer for like 10 years?
When did Undertaker become a part-timer?
Post 09.
Post 09?
Yeah.
So you're saying he was a part-timer 2010 on?
Just about, yeah.
I'd have to double look into that. I do not remember that at all. I remember him having a match with Rey Mysterio at a Royal Rumble, and the build, he was there every single week for it. I remember him in storylines actively.
Wait, Roman Reigns has been there on weekly television to build up to something, then take a break.
I'll have to check. I will do a deep dive on Undertaker, and maybe I can't reframe.
I know you firmly believe that from 2012 and up, he definitely ain't no part.
We're talking about Roman?
No, we're talking about
Taker. Taker for sure becomes a part-timer. I want to say definitely after the streak. Honestly, Triple H, in my opinion, I thought it was Triple H that made him become the part-timer.
Can I address Steph?
Yes, I would love to hear you.
Okay, so Reese,
yeah,
you're a fraud. You're a fraud.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking the hat off, boy. I'm off.
You're a fraud.
Wow.
You don't get to. No, you're a fraud. You don't get to do what you did at the end. You're like, oh, he's not. You came in safe. You thought that was gonna do it. You thought that was gonna be enough. You think the OTC. You think he's not listening. You think he doesn't? You think he can't hear you? Listen, no, you are a fraud.
I'm sorry.
You handed your one. You handed your one. You don't get it anymore. You're like, oh, he might be if he top 10 bare minimum. Dude, he smashed 10 years ago. You stop.
Years ago?
Stop. It's my turn.
Is this a valid crash out? It's a valid crash out.
You fraud. I thought you
did Roman Reigns crack? What year? What year did Roman Reigns become a top 10 superstar? What year,
bro?
What year? What year? Tell me the year, Jordan. Tell me the year. Tell me the year Roman Reigns became solidified at the top 10 spot in WWE history.
Dude, he made $1 billion for the company his first time.
It was just him. That was only Roman Reigns. That had nothing to do with the TKO merger. That had nothing to do with them signing with a already billion-dollar company.
No, you argue this differently. No, you're not gonna do this to me because you know that's on Roman's back, and if it was any other discussion, you would say it.
No, they signed the deal expecting
you have signed
the contract they signed with TKO.
You know what?
Rock and John as well. That's not like it wasn't just Reigns.
Bro,
he's great. I have him number 8 all time. It's not an 8.
Is bull. 8 is
How is that bull? I have him number 8, number 7 all time.
You know what? Just because of you, I hate 8. Number 8 all time is not good enough for me. It's awful. It does not stack up. Does not measure up. No.
Okay.
So the fraud.
I have him as a top 10 superstar.
I had to sit here and listen to you tear down our guy. Like, I can't.
I built him up. No, I spent the entire time saying that my only argument for Roman
put it right here.
Was not in the GOAT debate.
Here.
Because I don't have him in the GOAT debate. That's why.
Yes. The fact you're like, I don't.
Why does he have to be in a debate that I just don't? I think he is one of the greatest. I do not think Roman Reigns.
You said he can't even retire. You said he will retire bare minimum top 10.
Bare minimum.
And Steph,
bare that is the lowest. If Reigns were to put it up today, if you were to say, you know what, I cannot go any longer. I'm retiring. The belt is going vacant. He is at bare minimum. At bare minimum. The most before I blow up blood vessel.
Shawn Michaels
said he's 10.
All right, look,
why
boys.
Why do you have Shawn and Triple H above him? Why? Why?
Well, I don't have him and Hunter are neck and neck. I have them like interchangeable.
Why?
Shawn.
Because Triple H won more titles and wrestled longer.
No. Shawn didn't win more titles.
Okay, so then why are they above him?
Because they're better at their job.
No, they're not. Roman is. They don't lead in any metrics. They don't lead in anything.
Jordan.
They're better in ring. They're better. What? They're better for longer.
They don't
than
lead
Roman.
in anything. They're not better. They're not
longer.
Boys.
How are they not? How is Shawn Michaels not better for longer?
Well, he's good for longer, but he's not better because he's not drawing for the company hardly.
Okay, I get it. Draw power does matter. But there are so many other factors.
You're advocating for a bunch of twos. And stop bringing up the Pebble. He's also a 2. Stop bringing him up. He's the 2. Stop bringing him up next to the Triple G. 2. So I don't want to hear about the Pebble either. I don't want to hear about the Pebble.
By that notion, Cody Rhodes at bare minimum has to be top 12, 15 ever.
No, he doesn't.
Why? He's not. Why is he? Why? Why is he not? What's he number? He's not number 2 at 24. No, he's not. 24. Roman isn't there half the year. How is he number 2 at 24?
Again, look at their biggest gates. They're all him.
I know, but Roman's not there. You can't be number 1.
Look at their biggest gates of the year. They're all him. All their biggest gates of this era are him.
You deal with Mania, yes, but after Mania, you're gone for 6 months. I can't give you a whole year and you're gone for 6 months. I can't do that.
He's never been gone. He hasn't been gone for 6 months.
Okay, he has a few appearances, the bad blood and stuff here and there. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that a majority of 24, the last half, he's not there. It's mainly Cody. Like, if anything, Cody gets, and I don't have Cody top 15. Cody is I don't have Cody better than a lot of people. I do not think you being placed as a number 1 guy.
You're wrong about Cody too. That doesn't make a point. You're wrong about Cody too. I'm not saying he's top 15 either.
That's not true.
No, it is true.
Not true.
It is true.
Not true.
It's true.
Cody Rhodes is the
bro.
Cody Rhodes is clearly
Reese is okay. Reese is okay. You solidify it. You go be with the 2s. You go be with the 2s. You're not the ones anymore.
At least 6 months.
You're going to go be with the 2s. You can't be with the two.
Hey,
You gotta argue the point, Jordan.
I'm tired of
There's
hearing you.
no way that
The
you
people are
actually
tired of
think
hearing you.
Roman
You
Reigns
guys are
is
just arguing.
solidified in the GOAT. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
Look,
He
boys.
is. He
Boys,
leads
y'all are
all
just
time
arguing
and
who's the
revenue
biggest
drawn for the
fan.
company. He leads
Both
all
of
time
you
and money
No,
drawn for the
the
company.
$1 billion
He
is
does.
not Roman Reigns. If
Chat,
he
I'm about to
retired
put him
tomorrow,
down,
they would
chat.
do it again.
If it happens 3 years in a row through his title reign, why isn't it?
It's not because of rank. He has the biggest first off, TKO has generated $1 billion ever since the merger. It started in 2020.
Okay, fine. Then Cena's not okay. Fine. Then Cena's not the draw either. The top draw either of his era.
Whoa, we're getting nasty. No, we're done. No, I refuse to say anything.
By your same logic. By your same logic.
Wait,
because you're done. There's no way we're gonna disrespect John Cena. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not doing that.
I have Cena at number 2 all time. So it's not disrespect.
I don't want to hear anything after you just said what you said.
Okay.
Blasphemy. I would like you guys could yap to yourselves. I'm real quick before we move on to our next segment. Mr. Brandon is having some technical difficulties. It wouldn't be Takedown Tuesday or that third spot without somebody having some technical difficulties. This guy right here said, when do we think Roman retires? I imagine he only has 1 or 2 years left. Boys, since I can't trust you to talk, can y'all just put up a number of how many years you think Roman has left in the ring? I actually also think about 3 years. I think Roman has about 3. Hey! Numbers only. Numbers, you guys are on timeout. 3, I think about 3 years from Roman. I think he's going to wrap up some a few more things, and he's going to get it going. This person right here, LeJJ James, is saying if we being real, Cody was forced on us, but nobody complained, so he's actually calling Cody Rhodes the industry plant. Is there some truth to that, boys? If you think it is, give me a little thumbie up. If you think it ain't, give me a little thumbie down. I don't want y'all to talk. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. Yeah. And Jordan look like he's ready to argue with you again. No, we're gonna keep it moving. Maybe a topic for another time. What else? This person here. Oh, this is the same guy from earlier. Next week, y'all need to bring up your top 10s of all times list. Oh, this man is trying to get us toxic. So next week, Takedown Tuesday. The hell? Your mic tripping, brother. Your mic is tripping, brother. Go fix that. Go to church. Go do what you got to do. Next week, top 10 all-time list. Ladies and gentlemen, we will all present our top 10 all-time list. That will be the next. Maybe we'll top 10 or top 5. Do you really want to see a top 10? We'll talk about it. We'll get it done. Maybe we'll start it next week. We'll sprinkle some. We'll talk about it. We'll do it all, and we'll see what it do, baby. It might have just been your headphones. I'm about to test you out right now. Your mic isn't connected. It says your mic isn't connected. But boys, while BP is fixing his mic, getting that all connected, Jordan, would you say Reese was kind of being a heel to you just a little bit ago?
I just think he went heel on the ones. That's all it was.
You know what?
He may not be fully out of the ones yet, but like we're gonna address it. That's for sure.
I gotta show up to I got tribal court. I got tribal
for sure. Oh, something, bro. So low.
It is time.
I'm gonna show up with like the Cena heel stuff, bro. I'm gonna show up with like just Son Maurice.
I need to get Roman to cut a promo. On you. Be like, wait, I invite you into my fandom.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Jordan to take that middle spot because it is time to make an Oreo. It is time for Jordan's top 5 heels of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan, I have your pictures. I'm ready when you are. You say the name, I'm going to click it. It's going to pop up on the screen. Everybody going to see it. It's going to be all gooey, all ooey.
Bro,
okay.
Jordan, take away your segment. Introduce yourself. Let them know who you are. Do what you do.
Absolutely. All right. Yep. course, Jordan, and I'm going to be giving my top five heels. Mine, we've been talking over the last couple weeks on the show about how I disagree with other people. So this is going to be very interesting. I know some of it's going to rustle, and there's some people on here, or at least one, that has not been on anyone's.
I think we're good. The picture's going to be presented next to you.
Yeah, absolutely. So
right now. Who is your number?
Here we go.
5?
Here we go. My number 5 pick. But before number 5, actually, I'm going to give two honorable mentions. Okay? One honorable mention is the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Not going to see him on here.
Okay.
But I do believe he deserves it. I do really believe
he's here. He's here in spirit.
I do believe he deserves a nod. Yeah, I do believe he deserves a nod for his heel work. I do think it gets a little bit too cool for my liking as far as what a heel is. The other honorable mention is going to be the cult of personality, CM Punk, who was another one that even is just as good of a face as a heel, but his heel work is so impactful and everything. However, he does creep a little bit into the cool range, getting a lot of cheers from the crowd for his heel work. Not something that I'm really valuing on this list. All right, let's get it started. Number 5, we have the one that does not get as much credit as he deserves, Mike Mizanin, The Miz. Absolutely nobody says this guy. When we're talking about an actual heel, we're talking about hatred. We're talking about people that you want to boo. We're talking about people you don't want to see. It's not go away, heat. It's I'm good at making you hate me. It is like I'm good at being terrible. I'm good at being annoying. I'm good at being insufferable. And The Miz is it. He's so good at this. His face runs suck. That is how good he is at this. His face runs are terrible. Nobody remembers him. But he can always drift right back into that hateable character. Number 5 is The Miz.
All right.
At number 4.
Number 5, Miz.
At number 4, I've been a tiny bit persuaded. I have looked through heel work. I've done my research leading up to this segment. I'm going to put the game Triple H at number 4.
Game!
Triple H, when it comes to true hatred, is amazing. He doesn't care to pander to the crowd as much as a lot of other heels that a lot of people think are amazing heel work. No, this is good heel work. Heel work is getting you set up so much for something you want to see and then taking it away from you because, he's just like that. You know what I mean? That's what a heel is. A heel is getting in the elimination chamber and being like, you know what? Goldberg on paper, kayfabe is going to run through Triple H. How is Triple H going to escape the elimination chamber with this title? Oh, I don't know. Maybe he'll get a sledgehammer in there and he'll take out Goldberg with a believable item and piss the whole crowd and the whole fan base off that somehow Triple H was able to find a way to beat this guy.
All right.
Triple H, the authority, everything. It's just, man. You love to hate, love to hate this guy. Going into number 3, made kids cry regularly. Give me Edge, 100%.
Look at that picture. He's
this
showing
guy. This guy is the epitome of just a guy that can do anything that he wants. As far as back up all of his kind of just brashness. He's so annoying how good Edge was and how disrespectful he was at the same time. He was the kind of guy Ray deserved every right to beat him, but he didn't even get close. It wasn't even it was that whole moment was set up just to crush kids' hearts. That whole moment. Same thing with the Cena situation. They built that so perfectly. He hated everything about the guy that everybody loved. Because Edge just sucked, in those ways as in a heel way. Going into the next one, we have got. Okay. What's up?
Are you at number 2 or number? What number are you at?
No, this was number 3. I'm going number 2.
You're going to number 2. Okay.
We are going number 2. I have been persuaded. To put him this high. Give me the Viper, Randy Orton. And this is because
had me confused. Not number 1.
And this is because the reason I have been persuaded to put him over Triple H and Edge, because I kind of got told, about his top heel work, and I went and looked, and it is true that you really can't find anything of Triple H and Edge that really tops the top of Randy. So I can kind of concede that there was times he was legitimately hated, legitimately feared, legitimately revered in that way. In a negative way, so I can give it to him. just an absolute sadistic animal when it comes to the heel role. And he's number 2 on this list because nobody has ever pushed the threshold to hatred of that level besides who we have got, because we've got a 1A and 1B. So we are going to start with 1B. We have got, as a wrestler, the greatest heel in the history of the WWE because of the definition of the word. Give me JBL, John Bradshaw Layfield. Now, this is a man that is booed beyond, like, unconditionally. This is a man that could be in a Walmart and everybody would boo him. This is a man that quit at WrestleMania 25 and got one of the biggest pops of the night. This is a man that could not walk into a single WWE arena as WWE champion without every single person in the crowd collectively agree on one thing. JBL sucks. That is just the truth.
Okay.
He is the definition of a pompous asshole and he plays it to perfection. He might just be it for all we know because he plays it that good. This guy might just be terrible in every sense of the word.
I want you to know the comments are absolutely loving your list right now. Like I've never seen everyone so in support. This is everyone is in support.
I like to hear that. And then 1A, bring it. You already know, Steph. Bring it home. We have got Vincent Kennedy McMahon. It's not a question. He keeps kayfabe outside of the ring. You know what I mean? Like, he keeps it. He's like,
something outside.
It's just a straight up terrible person. But at the same time, he was good at gravitating that through storylines. He was good at gravitating that through his heat, and his heat was real. Like, you gotta think this guy could play with the crowd when they were like calling him an asshole, and he was dancing with it. And he's like, I wonder how long they'll keep this one up. He is the greatest heel of all time. Maybe because as far as the business of faces and heels goes, is mostly in the WWE demographic. Vince is one of the main people that created or helped evolve the concept of a heel and a face in a lot of ways for American wrestling. So to be completely honest, Vince knows a lot about the ins and outs of how to get heat this way, and knowing that, you know what, it's heel heat. There really isn't a boundary. And honestly, the people that I think you kind of agree with that stuff. By listening at my top of my list, it's like, it's heel heat. It's like at the very top of my list, you got people that weren't scared to cross those boundaries, and they may be seen as terrible people because of it, but they're at the top of the list of heel heat. You got the people at the little bit below the list that were still moral enough as a person to not cross certain boundaries. But the two top of my list are two straight up assholes for real. That's what I'm going to go ahead and say.
Your list is definitely interesting. I disagree with a lot. I do think these are all top 10 heel people. I will say that. It is interesting, but I tonight am not here as a panelist. I am here as a host. So I'm curious on what Mr. Reese has to say about your list. Reese, to give you a recap of his list, his people.
I don't need a recap. I don't.
He's mad.
I don't.
He's mad.
I don't
mad.
need a
Vince McMahon.
Steph, I don't need a recap.
Mad.
I don't need a recap. Jordan, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. I want to just apologize to everybody in the comments first off. This is on me, right? It's not them. It's on me. I am insane. I am the crazy one because 3 times a week, I decide to put my mental sanity on the line to argue with them. It's my fault, right? It's my fault. It's my fault. I don't blame Jordan. I don't blame Steph. I don't blame any. It's me, and I apologize to everybody. I am insane. I am crazy because no human in their right mind would ever go week to week with people who have The Miz and JBL as top 5, top 1 heels ever. That is absolutely ridiculous. We have completely guys. You know what? Don't worry about having good matches. Don't worry about having don't worry about good stories. Don't worry about all that. Just get booed. And if you get booed, then you're the biggest heel ever, right? You're the best heel of all time. The Miz doesn't have to worry about putting on an all-time classic ever in his life. The Miz doesn't have to worry about putting on an all-time feud. At least the JBL thing. JBL at least got some all-time feuds. At least he got some all-time stuff. The Miz, what does the Miz have all time stinkers? That's what the Miz have. All time trash, all time garbage. There is no way on God's green, beautiful, luxurious, beautiful earth that you have the Miz as a top 5 heel to ever grace that WWE ring. That is absolutely asinine. There is no way. There is no way. Actually, no way.
Hurt my heart, man.
I'll respond to that later. There is no way that you actually believe that the Miz, with no all-time feuds, with no all-time matches, does Miz have an all-time heel promo? Because the promo against Bryan wasn't even an all-time heel promo. Is the Miz have an all-time heel promo?
Yes, it was.
My God, this is absolutely disgusting. Hey, the promos where he was cooking, he got cheered. Are you gonna knock him for that? You gonna knock him for that? He was getting cheered during the Talking Smack promo. He was getting cheered on all the good promos. Are you gonna knock him for that? No, because when the Miz actually performs good, guess what? The crowd likes it. The issue is that it's not often. I refuse to punish good wrestlers for being good at their job. For being good at their job. I refuse, because a good heel doesn't just get booed. A good heel is so good at what they do where they blur the lines of, do I love this person? Do I respect their work? If you're only hated and the only thing that you have for you is being hated, we have to start looking at other assets. The issue with you and Steph's list is the fact that you guys base that list mainly off of how much heat are you getting, not what work are you doing as a heel. Now, does JBL have some good heel work that you guys mentioned? Sure, but it's the same 2 things every single time. The fact is, JBL's career isn't 2 years long. It's John Cena, Eddie Guerrero, Border, Thugonomics. That's all it is. And it's maybe a sprinkle of stuff with Rey Mysterio. It's nowhere near the Tribal Chief stuff. It's nowhere near the Hunter Hearst Helmsley stuff. It's nowhere near the Randy Orton stuff. Not at all. The Miz isn't even a better heel than Umaga, and we're gonna sit here and put him on a top 5 list of all time. Absolutely ridiculous. The Miz isn't a better heel than Brock Lesnar. Is the Miz a better heel than Kane? They might be in the same tier. If not, Kane is better. It's absolutely ridiculous for us to sit here and put Miz as a top 5 heel of all time just because you get booed, because you are absolutely garbage at your job. Get off of my screen. That's what I say every single time I see the Miz. That's because you are horrible at your job. Does not mean that you are a top 5 heel ever. It's absolutely disgusting, atrocious, and filled with straight poverty. There is no way. There is absolutely no way a human who has a fully developed brain that has gone through the stages of life can sit there, watch The Miz, and say that they're entertained. Jordan, we are going to franchise therapy. It's time for a session. There is no way. Ridiculousness has come on this platform and put The Miz as a top 5 heel of all time. There are just some things that you should not see, and that is one of them. Steph, go ahead, take it away.
When this hat comes on, I am no longer a host. I am competitive. I wasn't going to say nothing until my list got hit for no reason. I think I had by far the best list.
For the worst.
I think Miz being a top heel star, I do think Miz is a top heel star. I do not think he's a top 5 heel star. I also think, ironically, both of these bad lists had a 1B, 1A. It's not my fault that y'all try to cheat the system and failed. So, like, I do think when you cut corners and when you try to cheat, I'm pretty sure all our mamas taught us at a very young age, cheaters never prosper. So I think we have to remember certain stuff like that when we are thinking about heels. JBL, Reese, I don't know, you were a little youngin'. I do believe, what are you, 20, maybe 19? You a little young, so you might not be able to remember JBL. You so young, your mic done cut off. Your mic even young and don't know how to stay on. So you might be
It's a 2-year age gap between us, Steph. We're not doing that.
And within those 2 years, I was watching TV.
You were in diapers? You were in diapers? You were in Huggies before me? Is that what you're saying?
Watching John Cena, watching JBL, and also
at
JBL
2, at 3, at 3. You were JBL 3 years old when the storyline happened.
I had my first prototype underwear when I was 2 years old.
Did they make that? Did they make prototype?
I don't know. But Reeser,
JBL
has many more storylines than just John Cena, Eddie Guerrero. He also has Rey Mysterio, which led to his retirement.
I mentioned that.
He also had a feud with Finley, which you should remember because you was a little jit. He had a really good feud with Finley and freaking Hornswoggle. He had really good feuds.
Finley and Hornswoggle are your vouchers for a top 5 hero. That's it.
Well. He also feuded with the
You just heard us. You just heard our JBL argument.
In SmackDown 6. He was feuding with everyone and anyone. JBL has much more than just John Cena. Actually, comparing it to somebody, because you brought up the Tribal Chief. When the Tribal Chief is brought up, yes, he feuded with many people throughout that, but we all knew the big feud was. It was Cody Rhodes. It was Seth Rollins. It was very similar to how JBL's feud
was.
And
Jey Uso. Andrew McIntyre
and Jay, which was the start Sheamus. And people remember the start of JBL's, which started when that SmackDown 6. And do you remember the big conclusion? John Cena, the biggest story that came out of there was John Cena for JBL.
What's the conclusion of the SmackDown 6 storyline?
He continued to run for him. That's when Cena starts to rise, and that's when that feud starts.
So
and he
never so was it like any week to week big?
I don't know, Reese. I was in diapers. We just
okay. So you commenting on stuff you don't know. How you commenting on stuff you don't know?
I was in diapers, Reese. Now,
okay. Don't comment on it. Then don't have him as a top 5 heel of all time. You only mentioned 2 feuds with some substance.
I had him at number 5. Let's keep that in fact.
Okay, number 5, number high, too high, number too high.
Border was kicking people out. Your heels can't do
that.
There
you go. See, same thing every time. Oh, JBL cosplayed Donald Trump in the future. Now he's
your number 1 got more boos as a face than he did as a heel. Let's really keep it honest. You had Roman Reigns number 1.
I already mentioned the fact that you guys going off of boos is the stupidest thing of all time. It's the dumbest thing.
I go off of 4 categories. How much heat you can attract.
Number 1 is bad.
Actually, I could bring up my realistic.
I don't want your pamphlet of your criteria.
I don't want attracting heat matters. Attracting heat.
Wait, to a degree. When you get
so Reese, let me ask you a question. If you do bad things, nobody thinks it's bad. Is it bad?
Wait, at some point.
No. Tell me. No, answer that question.
What's the question, Jordan?
The question is, if you do bad things, what makes those things bad? How people react to it, right?
Not really.
No, so if you're doing a whole bunch of stuff bad and everybody's
if you go outside right now and Superman punched Steph into a car, and the car hits Steph at 75 miles per hour, and everybody on the street starts cheering because the Superman punch was cool, that does not make what you did a good thing.
Reese, that's another bad metaphor. Okay, so let me explain.
How?
What I'm trying to because I don't understand it.
How do you not understand? Just because people cheer for something because they think it's cool does not mean bro. And then also, wait, let's talk about Roman Reigns, because Roman Reigns spent 2 years with no crowd, so the crowd got adjusted to the heel thing, and then it developed it's the same thing as when characters
you're changing
being liked and being Thanos being liked does not mean that Thanos is a bad villain. That's never been the case.
I get that, but you guys are trying to make heel. Okay, but that's the thing, is that you don't understand. You're saying Thanos being liked does not mean that he's a bad villain. That's what you don't understand. Like in Marvel, hierarchy, he's not a bad intention villain. So he's not really a villain. He's just misunderstood by Earth.
There's people who like Frieza, who is space German man.
Frieza is actually a villain, though. That's my point. Is that if you are a villain,
let me correct both of you, because the thing that a good heel does, The Rock, the final boss Rock, who was getting cheered while he was beating the hell out of Cody Rhodes. What did he do? What did he know how to do? The next week on Raw, he turned those cheers into boos. Throughout him beating the crap out of Cody, he was turning it into boos. That is what a good heel should do.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Wait, when Roman Reigns
don't really know how to do that.
When Roman is feuding with Cody Rhodes solo, he is getting booed when he brings up Dusty. He's getting booed when he's beating Cody Rhodes.
Okay,
why are we ignoring that? He's getting booed when he's beating Drew McIntyre. He's getting booed when he's beating up Sami Zayn. He's getting booed when he beats up Jey Uso. He's getting booed when he goes out there against John Cena. Why are we lying when Roman Reigns gets put in front of a guy who is an actual baby?
Doing a bunch of bad things.
Why are we lying?
Not bad.
He's not one of the best at it. I never said he doesn't know.
Wait a minute. Wait, because that's where your criteria ends. You don't talk about any work. You don't talk about the matches. You don't talk about the storylines. Your criteria ends there. That's why you guys only bring up Heat, because there's no other legitimate argument.
There's not iconic moments. Iconic moments.
Don't middle finger me.
And bald head Randy. There's a reason when we think heel, we think of bald-headed Randy.
Roman Reigns has no iconic moments?
Reese, if you're doing a bunch of... Let me explain. If you're doing a
Roman
bunch of bad things...
Roman Reigns winning at 39. Roman Reigns beating Bray Wyatt. Roman Reigns coming out with Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns going out there with Brock Lesnar cutting the "This is my ring" promo. Roman Reigns in the chair shot to Sami Zayn. Roman Reigns with the steel chairs above Jey Uso. Roman Reigns with the tribal court segment. Stop acting like this man does not have some of the most iconic moments of all time. Now your counter argument is that Roman Reigns. You're not saying Roman Reigns. You're not saying Roman Reigns doesn't have. You're not saying Roman Reigns doesn't have any iconic moments, Maurice. Well, the fact is he has too many to ignore for you to act like it's not part of his conversation, and he doesn't deserve to be in the top 5 list.
He does not. He does not, because when I look at a Randy Orton who punted John Cena's dad, that's more iconic than every moment you named.
Who said he was over Randy Orton?
Yo!
Orton's one on my list. You hosted for it.
All right, so let me drop
look at you. Look at you saying you did not Soldier Boy. Stop saying you. You don't know how to use it right.
Because you don't have. You did have him on your list. I think it was pretty lower though. It was definitely under Roman.
Randy was one on my list. What are you talking about?
Look at somebody like Edge.
Edge wasn't on. Edge doesn't need to be on the list.
That's what I just said.
He's not good enough. He's not good enough. He's not good enough. He's not good enough.
Heel moments are better.
Too many. Not. He doesn't have. He doesn't have as many good matches. He doesn't have as many good. No, he's not good on the mic. No. As a heel, no, sir. TLC 06, and then it's over. No, sir.
06, the match with Taker, the Hell in a Cell with Taker. What are we talking about?
3 matches.
Randy,
3 matches in a 9-year career.
What are we talking about? He doesn't have good
and the Taker. I don't think the Taker match wouldn't be a top 5 tribal chief match. It wouldn't.
What are you talking?
It's not better than Reigns, Zayn. It's not better than Reigns, Drew.
Okay,
it's not better than Reigns. What are you talking about?
Keep going. It's not better than the 2 so far.
It's not better than Reigns. It's not better than Reigns, Cody.
Yes,
both of them.
Yes, it is.
39.
You think Undertaker and Edge is better than Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes?
Yes. One Night Stand probably is, yeah.
Yes.
One Night Stand is arguably the best ladder match ever.
Ed Cena.
No, it's not. The match with John was a better. I'm not gonna.
Was not better than Undertaker One Night
Stand.
Yes,
it was. Way better.
No, it was not.
Insanely better.
No, it's not.
It's not even close.
No, it's not.
It's not even close.
It is close.
It's not even close.
Bro, you need to watch it again. It is close.
It's not even close.
Ladies and gentlemen,
take us to the next topic.
No, hold on. I needed to finish. I needed to finish what I was gonna say.
You know what, Jordan? It is your day. Go ahead, Jordan. Your Sami Zayn looking beard. Defend your top 5, Jordan.
I was going to say, Reese, you want to change the definition of heel and heat so much. I'm being honest, dude. The whole point is to get a bad reaction, a negative reaction. If you're doing a bunch of bad things, but nobody's reacting bad, they're not bad.
What's the Miz doing bad besides his actual work? What's he doing bad?
The Miz,
he's what?
Insulting people, disrespecting people, telling the crowd.
The Miz is insult. He said my. What's the Miz insult? What's the Miz insult? Name me some good Miz insults right now.
I'm putting back on the cap.
Miz insults. I mean, he insulted literally. It was you're just asking. So before you go, oh, that doesn't matter.
Go you did ask. Tell me what the Miz insulted. Go tell me.
He insulted every single Raw guest manager, for all of 2011.
You're losing this right now, Jordan. You losing.
That's our.
You said to name it. I didn't say it was gonna be. I didn't say it was my Pokeball.
The Miz is a top 5. Guys, the Miz is a top 5 he'll ever because he made the Raw tournament cry for a year.
Jordan, I don't know why I wanted you to close that argument out for us, boys. I actually want to turn this over to the comments. If you guys are still here. I just want all three of us to just repeat our
we're gonna disagree
top 5 hills ever, and I want the comments to let us know whose list they rock with the most. My list, I will start off because after this, I will mute and I'll type them all in the chat. My list at my 5 was JBL. At my 4, I had Triple H. At my 3, Edge. At my 2, Randy Orton, and at my 1, Vince McMahon. We didn't do no 1A, 1B around here. We were real. Reese, go ahead, drop yours next.
No, get to the next topic, bro. If you want to see my top 5 hills of our list, watch Franchise Live every week.
See comments, he don't like y'all. You see how I was graciously gonna give y'all my
all
top.
Right. Mine again, just one more time. Miz, number 5, The Miz. Number 4, Triple H. Number 3, Edge. Number 2, Randy Orton. 1B.
1B and 1A.
JBL. 1A Vince McMahon.
Bro, number 5 CM Punk, number 4 Brock Lesnar, number 3 The Rock, number 2
The Rock is on your list.
The Rock is a better heel than The Miz. Next topic. Please, next topic.
Please, next topic. I can introduce it.
I can't.
We are talking about the top 5 hills of all time, and we are looking at these past work. But now, for our final segment of the night, we look to none other than the future, because it is a battle.
Ooh.
Why am I down here? I don't want to be down here with you. You stink. It is a battle for the future. Oba, Bron Breakker. Who do you guys think? Who's taking it? Finally, they're getting involved with each other. Finally, they're both looking like they're advancing in life. They're looking like they're doing something with both members. They're building Bron up, hopefully to the level of Oba. Who comes out on top? Their feud is looking hot. Let's start with that. Oba versus Bron. How are you guys liking this feud? What do you guys expect from this feud? Are you guys excited for it? What comes out from this? Let's start with, we started with you all night, Jordan. Reese, give me the energy.
Go on, Reese.
Triple H. I give you a lot of lack. I gotta give you credit for this because you are finally realizing you are making mistakes, which is hard. It's been hard for you to do for the past, 30 years. Bron Breakker should have been in this position where he looks like a threat to Oba Femi consistently. Now, does he really look like a threat? Not really. Not yet, because Oba Femi has he's been crushing Brock Lesnar. But the fact is that it should never have been this far. It should never have been this massive gap. It should never have looked like Oba Femi was just miles and heads and leaps and bounds ahead of Bron Breakker. But now you have opportunity with this. Now that the fact that you give Bron Breakker a chance to build himself up, go on a redemption arc. That is, you know what? I'm not saving what I have in the chamber. Steph, hear me and hear me well. And Jordan, you listen out because you're not going to like this, but you dang sure are going to listen. If I had the pin, which, by the way, I would save WWE. If I had the pin, Bron Breakker wins the Royal Rumble 2027. Absolutely. And what better timing to do it? Breaking the shambles of the vision, going out there on his own, and as soon as he does it, as soon as he finds himself free of the chains and shackles of Seth freaking Rollins, then finally we will see the potential of Bron Breakker. First off, I want to knock Seth Rollins for this. Nobody else has ever just made a faction, tried to bury all the young Rollins faction and leave it. Like, oh my gosh, like he just buries everybody, then leaves.
Oh my
goodness. But Bron Breakker has been able to withstand the burial of Seth Rollins. If I had the decision, Bron Breakker, go out there, break free, break every chain. There is power in the name. And go out there and win the Royal Rumble 2027, Bron Breakker.
Okay, that's what you're expecting for Bron's future, but
that's not what I'm expecting. Triple H makes bad decisions. I'm not expecting.
Okay. But what I wanted to first know before we got to their individual careers, are you excited for this feud? Because it looks like they're heating up. They've had 2 stare downs now.
A feud is a stretch. There's not much. That's why Bron Breakker, in my opinion, should win the Royal Rumble, is because there's not much feud right now. Like if they were to fight tomorrow in terms of power scaling, Oba Femi chokeslam 1, 2, 3. Bron Breakker lost to Seth Rollins.
Isn't everything?
He beat Seth Rollins. Brock Lesnar was probably second strongest, if not the strongest, on the roster when he was wrestling and active, and Oba Femi beats him multiple times in under 15 minutes. Bron Breakker would have especially because Bron Breakker's a powerhouse. It's not like he has some technical prowess that he would approach the match to. It just wouldn't make sense for his character. Oba Femi would beat Bron Breakker in like 10 seconds. Like that's exactly how the match would go. If it were to happen, well, if they were smart. But that's why you build Bron Breakker up, and you kind of have Bron Breakker be on the smart side where he understands. As much as I have disdain for Oba Femi, right now he is leagues ahead of me, and I have to accept that to get better. I have to accept that to move on in the realms of kayfabe, of course. So right now there isn't much of a feud. There's tension. There's tension that's setting the foundation. And I really like the fact that the tension is setting the foundation for them to have a phenomenal feud.
Okay. All right. Jordan, what do you say?
All right. So I'm actually going to give Steph props because when I was watching Monday Night Raw last night, I think you're right. I think your prediction is going to be right. I think the way that they set that up last night is this is definitely going to get too much to keep these two on the same exact roster. So that's exactly what they're building toward. If we're wrong, then me and you will both eat our words. But it's like at the end of right now, looking at the current landscape, I want to give you props for creating that take before we saw it, because it looks like that's what they're going towards. It looks like we're going towards Bron Breakker going to SmackDown, and I don't hate your take, Reese, of him winning the Royal Rumble. I really don't. If you really want my honest opinion, I don't hate it. I think it's okay. The only thing is I'm as much as you love Punk and stuff, I think I am a little bit more on the him being still a top guy, part than you are. Whereas I just don't know if I'm willing to see Punk lose at a WrestleMania to someone like Breakker yet. Maybe I would get there closer to Mania. But at the same time, right now, I just think Punk is too good to. You know what I mean? I feel like right now, this second, Punk versus Breakker doesn't move me going into Mania.
Well, is that possibly because of the power scaling of Bron Breakker right now?
Yeah,
it's because Breakker just doesn't have that much appeal on paper.
So if he was given another 6 months,
exactly, which is why you give him
right. But let me explain. Yeah, right. So what I was gonna say is that also kayfabe isn't everything. I'm just going to be honest with you. Kayfabe isn't everything. If you want to go by kayfabe, Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar too.
How long ago?
So I'm just going to.
And by what?
Okay, you're right. You're right. You're right. A younger, much more devastating Brock Lesnar. Thank you. Anyway.
Well, no. By what means though?
It was clean. It was clean.
He's clean.
I know what match you're talking about.
Yeah. So what we're talking about is that like the eye test matters. The eye test matters.
But how though, right? He did not beat Brock Lesnar with pure strength. He used in-ring in kayfabe, in-ring savant.
It doesn't matter. That's what my point
is.
It
does matter because Bron Breakker doesn't have that. That's why he lost to Seth Rollins the first time.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yes, he does. He does still have he just got a little bit outsmarted by a guy that is.
He hulked up. He hulked up. He had blood rushing through his eyes, and he just stared at Seth Rollins while the curb stomp came down.
Yeah, I know because that was the last blow to take him out in that narrative. Let me finish. And what I'm trying to say is that Oba and Bron, the eye test matters. It may not to you who holds kayfabe in such high regard, but there was never a world in kayfabe where Oba and Bron are not going to be a colossal clash. Bron has shown too much on the main roster that shows that him and Oba would be a clash.
The guy that took these wrestlers you're talking about, he didn't have a match with Seth, to be fair, but the guy that took, but he AA'd him and beat him right there. The guy that took these guys, the Cody Rhodeses of the world, the CM Punks of the world, to 40-minute matches, got beat in under 12 minutes by Brock Lesnar. I just don't see.
He never took Cody Rhodes to even close to 40 minutes. Never took CM Punk to even.
He's talking about Cena.
Brock and Cena never close to 40 minutes.
John Cena took Cody Rhodes to 40-minute match.
You threw me off too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
John Cena versus CM Punk was like a 35. I'm saying that.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. No, I got you now.
Randy, like these matches.
But my point is that
that's what I'm saying. Like in the realms of
this is why kayfabe doesn't always work, Reese, is because you can't say it's just a clean sweep, because you're trying to imply that just because. This is why you can't always just take their word for it. And I know it's predetermined, but you can also look beneath and find other factors and things like that. You're basically trying to imply that because a 48-year-old Brock Lesnar returned and destroyed John Cena, that this 48-year-old Brock Lesnar is some devastating force of Brock Lesnar that WWE kayfabe had never seen before. It's not true. It's not true.
Brock Lesnar in general is that.
He's an older Brock. Seth Rollins, it's still the same Brock Lesnar that Seth Rollins beat before. Same one.
Okay, Seth Rollins was a multiple-time champion. Like Seth Rollins is much more credible than Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
I mean, not Brock Lesnar, but Bron Breakker.
I will say I do think Jordan's
as he should be.
Is you can't knock Bron Breakker for losing to Seth.
Thank you.
I do agree with Jordan with that. I actually agree with both. Yeah, I just don't think
you're trying to imply. I hate to say this, Reese, but you're trying to imply that in kayfabe. Let me explain.
Like that. That's why Seth Rollins was about to lose to John. The same year you're talking about. This is 20. We're talking about what year? What year did Seth beat?
2019.
2019.
Bro. The next year. Does Lesnar take a win over Reigns after that?
Yes,
he beats Reigns. I believe one more. No, he doesn't.
Okay, so somebody in kayfabe who is also stronger than Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, lost to Brock Lesnar.
Okay, and you're right. That person
that's why I'm saying, like, it
matters the way. Reese. Hold on, Reese.
Notice how Brock Lesnar destroys the powerhouses who try to outpower him.
But you're going. Okay, listen. You're also forgetting this. So what I'm trying to say is you are implying that in kayfabe, which is wrong, by the way, you are implying that Rollins couldn't step up to Oba. It's not true. That's bullshit. In kayfabe, Rollins would fare against Oba. He would. But based on your and then also you're also forgetting, Reese. You are majorly forgetting that Breakker flattened Reigns multiple times in encounters last year.
Right now, I have no reason to believe that Roman Reigns can beat Oba Femi too.
Boys,
that makes no sense. I'm sorry, bro. You've got it like bro. That's what I'm saying. That makes no sense because Roman's a beast in his own right. He's not just gonna get flattened.
You're so into bag work. The reason in kayfabe why Seth Rollins beats Brock Lesnar, the reason why a Roman Reigns would get beat by a CM Punk or somebody like that if they were a little bit younger, would be because of the technical moves that they have in their arsenal. That's why Brock Lesnar was beating a John Cena, but was beating a John Cena in SummerSlam 2014 at the peak of his power, but struggled to beat a Daniel Bryan because they approached the matches completely differently. One tried to outpower Lesnar, the other tried to technically beat Lesnar. And the technical
another thing is you're You're
Like,
forgetting,
that's my
Reese,
thing.
that there
Bron
was
Breakker
time.
doesn't have any significant wins over anybody, and has also suffered the same losses to technical people in kayfabe that
Reese,
Brock Lesnar has. So why
Reese,
would Bron Breakker, who loses to a bro who does the powerhouse moves and is a straight powerhouse, go into the ring with somebody who be an even stronger powerhouse and then beat them or have a standstill match?
I'm not saying he has to be believable to win, but you're saying he's not believable to compete. And what I'm trying to say is you also are forgetting, even though it took 6 years, Reese, eventually Roman did overpower Brock in some of their encounters.
Exactly. It took
because the tribal chief was, hey, let me explain. As much as Brock is a physical freak, tribal chief ain't small. And once Roman hit that tribal chief status, he was a beast in his own right. So arguing that he can't go blow for blow with Oba is kind of ridiculous.
Jordan, if I could interject, I think you guys are kind of not fully listening to each other. One, I actually agree with both of you guys. I do think Bron needs more wins under his belt to make it credible, because I do think at the end of the day, it's not necessarily, obviously, I think Bron and Oba can go out there and put on a great match right now. Sure, you can have them do that. But it does kind of mess with Oba's stock if he's doing this, and then he turns around and it goes on take 30 minutes to beat somebody who's never really had a credible win. So I get where Reese is coming from with that point. But I actually think, going back to what we all can agree on, I think that's why these two do need to be separated. Because I do think we need to take the time to build up Bron. I do think it's perfectly fine for him to be angry at someone who's taking his spot because he believes that he can do it. But I do think the thing that we should keep in mind with Bron has done the ego storyline twice now. He's done it with Punk, where he shot in too quick and lost the match. He's done it with Seth, where he shot in too quick and lost the match. He can't do it 3 times. So if he wants to try to go for Oba, I think it's perfectly fine. But I do think GMs should be the one to say, yeah, these two need to be separated. Because at the end of the day, I do think Bron just needs to be better built. And I do think this is a great starting point, because we're seeing what he wants to build too. It's like when you always you're always looking at your big brother dunk and do all this crazy junk, and now you in the lab, you trying to build yourself up too. And I do think that's perfect for Bron. I think Bron needs to go heel against the Vision. I think Bron needs to just snap, and I think Bron needs to be sent to SmackDown, because Bron can really thrive on something like a SmackDown. Oba's already him at the moment. You can't go from Brock Lesnar to Bron Breakker. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing, but I want to take you guys back to 2012. CM Punk couldn't go from John Cena to Roman Reigns in 2012. No one knew who the hell. He didn't do anything yet. You can't do that and automatically have Roman Reigns take him to a 25-minute match. That's crazy. You can't do it. Obviously, eye test, what we know, boom. You can argue all those. And also, going back to the point of, you said Bron has laid out Roman several times. He has, very effectively. But there is a big difference between laying somebody out for a 1, 2, 3, 10 count, whatever, and having a match with them. We've seen
catching them off guard on a Raw or a Rumble is way different than going up there and having
Big Show knock people out then lose the match. Like,
from a realistic standpoint, Oba shouldn't be able to flatten someone like Breakker. It's opposite. It's actually backwards. Like, why? Because Breaker's a boss. He's gonna be
able to. He just beat the boss of bosses. He just beat the boss of bosses.
Listen to me, Reese. When I say this, Brock wouldn't throw around Breakker either.
Yes, he would.
So wait, Jordan, let me ask you a question.
Breaker's strong as hell.
Jordan, let me ask you a question before you even ask that.
Brock Lesnar would destroy Bron Breakker. Like, absolutely.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't. Breakker is just like Breakker's a physical freak, just like a young Brock was. He's just shorter. That's all he is.
No, nowhere.
I want to ask you a question, Jordan.
Nowhere near.
Yes,
Jordan, because the eye test isn't always.
They have almost the same exact trajectory. Maurice.
I promise you, Brock Lesnar is a much better athlete than Bron Breakker.
Wait, can I bring up some past? Can I bring up some past examples of people who?
I don't know, man.
Jordan, I want to remind you of people like a Chris Masters, who was not going to step into the ring and have a 25-minute classic with Brock Lesnar, no matter how big he was.
I'm not saying a 25-minute classic. I'm saying you guys are acting like because of kayfabe, Breakker isn't believable
Because
enough to
of
not get
kayfabe,
blocked
not.
by other
Chris
big
Masters
guys.
and Brock
You're
Lesnar
He's
said
reading
not.
into kayfabe
That
too far. You're
matters.
not supposed
We
to read into
cannot sit
kayfabe
up
this
here and try
far.
to praise
Oh,
WWE
wait,
as
Jordan.
some story. Steph, we cannot sit up here and try to praise WWE as some story-driven company and have them make bad power scaling decisions and then praise them more on that. No, they
You
have
don't
to do
need
stuff
power
that makes
scaling
sense.
to look at two people and see that
Yes,
they're going to
you
be
do.
close in a match. Not even in real life, bro. In a fight, bro. On the street, if you see two people that are both the same size, it's
You're
comparable.
booking scripted fighting entertainment. You
No,
have
you're
to
not,
have
bro.
hierarchies.
And you're reading into
So,
it too
Jordan,
far.
you
I
have
understand
an
you have to
issue
have
No,
with
hierarchies.
not. That's just how it's always been.
Okay, so then why can mid carders that are small and decent in the ring, why can they give bigger guys a challenge?
That's what I've been trying to tell you the whole time.
No, it's not. You are saying because he
Yes,
hasn't
I'm
won a
saying
certain
that
amount
the
of, you are
reason
saying
why
because he hasn't
a
won
Seth
certain matches,
Rollins beats a Brock Lesnar would be complete. That's the in 2014-15. Is Seth Rollins stronger than John Cena? It's in 2000.
I never said we're not supposed to care about the results of the show. I said that
in 2014-15, is Daniel Bryan stronger than John Cena? Like stronger. Physical strength.
That's not even what I'm saying. I have a better one for you. In 2012,
when 2012 Brock Lesnar would struggle with a Daniel Bryan in the year later.
Bro, I know Reese, you're about to explain something in depth that I already know.
You know the answer to the mid-Carter thing.
Okay, a better comparison is 2012 when Brock Lesnar returns, when Triple H and him become an encounter. And Triple H, was that all of a sudden not believable? The game?
Well, after the John match, after the John,
big, strong, hold on.
After the Cena match, yes, it's unbelievable.
Strong wrestler that's been, hold on. It wasn't, though. They built it as a marquee match for SummerSlam because it's Triple
Brock
H.
Lesnar and John Cena Extreme Rules, I have no reason to believe that Triple H should be able to take Brock Lesnar. No.
All right, look, boys, I have a final question.
You're thinking everything is outcome. It's not about outcome. It's all up.
Jordan, I have a question for you. Jordan,
go ahead.
So, how would you feel if Bron and Oba had a match and Oba completely squashed him? How would that make you feel? It doesn't matter how it makes you feel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for watching. It has been an amazing show. We had an amazing arguments going. I had a lot of fun hosting, and I'll be back another time. Jordan's still talking backstage. He don't even know he's been removed. Ladies and gentlemen, if you messed with the show, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Do all those three in that order. We know where you live. Don't play with us. And we will see you guys when we see you guys, which will be Thursday for Justice Show. You know, Justified. But, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you guys when we see you guys. Peace.